Hey folks, how you doing? I'm talking about the coming of Nekhbet. Okay, Nekhbet is shown as a vulture, right? We see it sometimes mounted on the forehead of the king or pharaoh, along with the serpent sometimes. That vulture is Nekhbet, okay? A great power, okay? So we say, the goddess Nekhbet is shown as a vulture, okay? With one wing down and the other wing regular, you know? That shows us that she's in the underworld, okay? And indicating that she is in the underworld, meaning night, a darkness, okay? The fall of the year, autumn, okay? The autumn of the year when the nights are longer. So she is associated with darkness. And this darkness is associated with the underworld. Okay? And she carries with her a light. Okay? She has a light in one of her talons. Okay? Indicating that, now this underworld is associated with the unconscious mind. Okay? This light indicates some light in the unconscious. That is, the light by which we can see when we enter the unconscious mind. There are some states of consciousness that we humans can enter into, and we will be able to see in the unconscious mind. Okay? It's not ordinary seeing, though, but you can see things there. Okay? Yeah, she carries the light in one of her talons. It is the light of the the light of the conscious mind that has entered the unconscious mind. Meaning that we can go there. Okay? Now, she also carries, okay, with her under one of her wings. She carries, anyway, what you call the wasp scepter, okay? The wasp, at the bottom of it, you have a bifurcation, a splitting. It's a pole, let's say, and at the bottom it splits into two sections, okay? These two are the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system. Hence, they carry positive and negative energy. Electromagnetic energy. And the bottom, these, in the human being, you can see them if you look in the physiology book, okay, at the backbone, and these two nerves coming down alongside the backbone, okay, and you see that they sort of dangle down at the top. At the bottom, alongside the bottom of the backbone, okay? So here we have what you call a spark gap, because they're two negative, a negative and a positive pole, hence a spark gap, okay? So electric energy, okay, electromagnetic energy will go between these two. And because we're at the bottom of the spinal canal, these energies can enter the spinal canal and go up to the brain. Now, this pole, and this relative to the wasp scepter, okay, is the backbone, okay? But at the top of that scepter, we have the head of an animal. Now, some say that it's a donkey. Well, the long ears. Donkeys have big ears, okay? Then some say that it's the hare. And so you get the term the hare-headed scepter, okay? Well, anyway, whether it's the donkey or the hare, those big ears are swept back. They're not sticking straight up. Meaning that the creature is in a relaxed state, a peaceful state. because his ears are relaxed, okay? So this here tells us then that in the condition of relaxation, okay, our pineal gland awakens. And that's the light. So the goddess Nekhbet has a light in her hand, in her talon. That's probably where it comes from, the light. Okay? The light leading up the underworld. And that's how we get to see in our unconscious mind. And yeah, you can see things. But these two eyes, which have been commandeered or taken over by the pineal gland. So we'll be seeing through these eyes, but it's the pineal gland that is behind the whole thing. And this happens when we are in a state of total relaxation, hence the ears swept back, the creature is relaxed, etc. His ears aren't sticking straight up. So we are in a state of relaxation, okay? So this is what Nekhbet is about, okay? She's talking about us entering the unconscious mind, called the underworld, okay? And this is how we are able to gain that clairvoyance or extrasensory perception. You know what I mean? Through the pineal gland. This is what Nekhbet is talking about. This is what she's representing here. Because indeed she is in the underworld. The fall of the year, where the nights are longer than the day, and at nighttime are the best times, you see, to enter the underworld. And we do. But the thing is that we can't remember it. You know what I mean? But there are certain exercises that people can perform, then where they will go into the underworld and they will see and they will remember. You can remember, okay, what was going on there. But what we want to do, okay, when we go to the underworld, we want to uncover knowledge. The knowledge is of the underworld, you see, the unconscious mind. The largest part of the mind, they say, is the unconscious mind. Okay, so we should know what's going on there. It's about knowledge. We uncover knowledge there. And with this knowledge, rising to the conscious mind, we use our intelligence. Our intelligence is based on knowledge. Knowledge first, intelligence second. Jesus first, the Christ second. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So this is the goddess Nekhbet, you know. So she deals with the unconscious mind. She's dealing with knowledge. And we're able to see when we go into the unconscious mind, because she has that light in her hand, okay, in her talon, okay. So we see the light, we see that scepter that gets us there by sending that electromagnetic energy coming from the parasympathetic and the sympathetic, coming down to the bottom of the spinal column, where it forms a spark gap, sparks go between them, then the electricity goes up the spinal column to the brain. And that's where the clairvoyance and all that come in, because the brain, the pineal gland, is electrified by this electricity. But when we do these things, we got to be in a balanced state. They call it trance, they call it in a slumber or whatever, but it is a balanced state that we must enter in order to receive these blessings, hence the greater benefit. Okay? Now, this energy that we're sending up there, actually comes from or animal nature. Oh, we have a lot of energy down there. And we're in animal nature, you know. Yeah, or personality. So we're taking energy from the personality, you know what I mean, and sending it up. Electromagnetic energy that supports the personality. And that's why we're in a slumber when we go into these things. Because when we're in that slumber, our personality isn't involved. It is like sleep. Okay? We're not thinking. So they call it a state of no things. A state of pure relaxation or peace. Okay? So this is what Nekhbet is about. She's the vulture. Okay? She's the goddess of the night. Goddess of the underworld. So there are formulas involved with evoking the Nekhbet. Okay? And all the other gods and goddesses, you see. But you can do it if you try. Because you, or all of us, we can create our own formulas, but it's a trial and error thing, you know. But some people, well, you have all the churches and religious institutions have their secret society. Well, they have formulas. Well, they work for them, I don't know, because I never belonged. But anyway, there are formulas for it. But like I said, people can create their own formula through trial and error and using the imagination. You can open up the underworld. As a matter of fact, it opens up for us sometimes, but we don't know what's going on. Because we're not taught about these things. You know what I mean? But we can learn about them through ourselves. Okay? And you can associate with your Nekhbet. And women, they're very, very receptive. The underworld is receptive too. You understand what I'm saying, ladies? Try it. Okay, folks, have a good one. Bye.